let's get the cards and let's see what we have. The pointer from Spirit. Bum, bum. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see what we have today. Let's give the cards a ruffle shuffle and let's see what the pointer from Spirit is today. Okay, first one out is Clarity. And the other side we have Tranquility. Clarity and Tranquility. Those will go together quite well. Clarity, if you have clarity, there will be tranquility. Makes sense to me. So let's see what the astrological things with that are. What's it going to give us today? Okay, with clarity we have introspection. Can't argue with that. There we have, this is the path. If you have a Kundalini awakening, big part of the path is introspection, okay? When you get to the end of it, you get clarity. So let's see what we have. Tranquility, Sun, the source. Also makes quite sense because when the ego identification implodes and one goes into that light beyond light, what remains is clarity and tranquility. Okay, again, can't argue with that. That is absolutely straightforward the way it is. Now let's see our clarifiers and see what it has here. Yeah, a big part of the path is the introspection, sitting with things, watching how things work, especially the mind. How does it, where do thoughts come from? Where do they go to? Watching that they only have reality when you're focused on them and giving them energy, and then it creates an emotion which affects the form, which creates another storyline, and so it goes. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Clarity, introspection for where you're tied up, where you're feeling restricted. Those are the things one looks at. If you're feeling restricted, bound up, then again you do the introspection to gain clarity, and you can't make this stuff up. And then comes the Sun, the source. We've got the Sun twice, so it's just like what I was saying. The cards are going to echo that when you get to the source, the divine is the light beyond lights. The ego self dismantles. And what remains is that clarity, that tranquility. I call it entering 0 point balance. Bible says that peace that passes understanding is where one remains. You have clarity. The divine is at the center of all the universe. And no matter what's happening in the transitory world, that the divine is unmovable and eternal in nature. And so this brings you that tranquility, that clarity, that peace, that no matter what is happening here, this is like the play, like a movie, okay? The movie can seem very real, but they're actors, okay? It's not genuine what's going. It's kind of the same thing. We're here in a big movie, the movie of our choice, okay? The movie of the moment is your soap opera life, what you have going on now. But if you do the introspection and you check the things, the mental waves that are keeping you in the illusions of truth, that's why it's called illusions, because they are fallacies that one has believed and tied themselves up with. Okay, so if you do the introspection and you get to that dismantling of ego, and one gets to the sun, the source, okay, that truth wins out, and the baggage is immediately gone, as if it never happened. So what happens when one gets into that space? It feels that eternality, knows that it's real, because that in that moment it's more real than anything one can see with the physicality. Okay, so yeah, it behooves one to do the path, and those trials and tribulations are doorways. They are doorways to explore, to look at, to contemplate, and to challenge one's belief systems. Okay, so the path is about coming to tranquility, clarity, knowing the eternality of life, knowing the divine is, and that everyone has the same amount of that spark within them. Okay, the only difference between realization and being not yet in that framework of consciousness is that one's awake and one is still not. One is still, processing the path and going forward. Okay. Now, when you complete the path, you still come back and chop wood and carry water. You still have the daily activities. You start there, and then you go full circle, and you come back to that again, but you're in the next level. The next level has left the baggage behind and operates from a place of centeredness, quietude within. Okay, but you still have the same experiences in life. Okay, but you just see it from a different perspective. You're not so much on that wheel of just being rocked by everything that comes. Okay, so thanks for tuning in, Love and Light. We'll see you online.